Yeah. Now let me to start. Just now I am going to restart it. नहीं हो रहा है ना? देखो ना, क्यों नहीं हो रहा पता नहीं. Let छोड़ दो इसे ना. अच्छा वो. Now recording is good. Now, as you know, today we have to discuss this point. In this chapter, some important aspects are there, and we have to revise this one. Actually, I am going to highlight the main points, right? Main points. First, for example, Harshvardhana was the last great ruler of ancient India. Very important aspect of our question, because from this side a question can be asked: who was the last great ruler of ancient India, or name the last great ruler of ancient India? Exactly, the same answer will be there: Harshvardhana. Harshvardhana was the last great ruler. Actually, after his death, so many kingdoms arose on the ruins of his kingdom, right? When this kingdom disintegrated, declined, after disintegration, many small kingdoms came in power. Actually, in that period, the condition of India was very miserable. Very weak economic condition was there, and there was lack of proper administration, because their successors were not capable to rule country well. It is why the large and vast empire declined and many small kingdoms came into being. And since they were many in numbers, they were smaller areas honor, I mean ruler. So they wanted to extend their empire by conquering each other's areas. And it is why there was a lack of unity among them. And this age was the age of political disunity. In the same time, between 750 CE to 1000 CE, three powerful kingdoms arose in India, right? And they rose their power. They came in power on the ruins of Harshvardhana's empire, on the declined areas, on the disintegrated part of Harshvardhana areas. And it is why this period is also known as the Age of Three Empires. The name of three empires were Rashtrakutas, Palas, and Pratiharas. Actually, they extended in course of time, they extended the power in large area, but basically they originated from the northern part of Deccan. Rashtrakuta took their power first in the northern part of Deccan, right? Rashtrakuta here you see, and Palas in Bihar and Bengal areas, and last one Pratihara was in southern Rajasthan and Gujarat, this area. So from this side also question can be asked: who was ruling in southern Rajasthan? Who used to come in power in Gujarat? Who ruled in South India, especially in north part of India, in Bihar and Bengal areas? To name will be what? Palas, right? So actually these things are very important, right? These areas, Rashtrakuta, where they controlled northern Deccan, right? Palas, Bengal and Bihar region. Okay. For example, here you have just learned how many powers emerged as a powerful kingdom? Three. Three kingdoms. Three powerful kingdoms. Now, let me come about Rashtrakutas. As we know, Rashtrakuta came in power in northern Deccan in 753. When it was started? When the rule of Rashtrakuta started? 753 CE. In which part of India? In northern Deccan. And they extended power from Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, and here also Karnataka. Now, Most important rule, the founder of this, the real founder of this empire was who? The real founder, Danti Durga. So this is also one of the important questions. Two other most important rulers were there, more important rulers were there. They were Govinda III and Amog Varsha, right? They were Amog Varsha and others. They ruled from 814 to 880 CE, right? They were the great warriors, art lovers, and scholars. Now, next important, who took the title of Chakravarti, Maharaja Dhiraj, and Param Bhattarak? Actually, these three important titles were taken by, assumed by Rashtrakutas. Is it clear? It shows their power and prestige, their extension of power, and the they used to manage huge army, and they encouraged what trade and prosperity of the people. Very important religion that was followed by the Rashtrakuta was Jainism. But no doubt, they also patronized Buddhism, Hinduism, and Islam. I mean, Muslims also. Right? In this way, these were very important things. Who built? Now, rock cut temple of Ellora. Actually, in this period, the rock cut temple of Ellora that was belonged to that is associated with Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain sect, or are a proof of the religious tolerance of Rashtrakutas. Here, one objective question, MCQ is sorry, value-based question is also given in your chapter in exercise. Rashtrakuta followed Jainism, but they patronized what? All these religions. Which type of quality do you see in Rashtrakuta rulers? You will say they had the sense of respect to others, other religions first. Second, they were secular in their outlook. Here one word I have used, secular. Secular means a person who believes that all religions have the equal value and there should be respect to all the religions. Who believe that all people are free to follow any religion as per their wishes, as per his or her wishes or choices. This is called secularism. So here we can see the Rashtrakutas were secular in their outlook. Now next very important thing is what? Who wrote Kabiraga Marg? Very important question. Actually, Kabiraga Marg, this book was written by whom? Amog Varsha. Who wrote? Amog Varsha. Very important ruler, learned ruler of Rashtrakuta. Now, one important thing, who was the founder of Pala dynasty? You know, Dipala was the founder of Pala dynasty. Is it clear? Who was the founder? Gopala, not Dipala. Gopala was the founder of Pala dynasty. But one important question is uh, related with this point, right? Name the ruler who was elected by the people. Who was elected by the people? He was Gopala. Is it clear? Gopala was an elected ruler. He was not selected by his family members. So this is also one of the important questions that you have to learn. Now next, who set up the Bikramshil Bihar? Bikramshil Bihar was set up by Dharmapala. Right? Dharmapala was the great ruler of Pala dynasty. He set up his center for the Buddhist education, which was known as Bikramshil Bihar. Sometimes question comes, who was the founder of Bikramshil Bihar, Bikramshila University? One photograph image is given in your book also. So from this side also question can be asked. Now what do you mean by Gauda and Banga? In this way, West Bengal was known as Gauda and East Bengal was known as Banga. The famous Nalanda University is in which state of India? I mean, Bihar. In this way, these are the questions that you have to learn. In which part of Pratihara rose? In Gujarat and southern Rajasthan. Is it clear? From do you know box also question can be asked. Suppose, for example, one of the clans of Rajputa known as Paramars, right? Known as Paramars, right? Was in which area? In which area? Paramars in Malwa, right? In Malwa, here in Malwa. So this type of question can be asked. Have you understood? Now next is, you see, Pratiharas. Mihir Bhoj was a great scholar of this dynasty of this. Now next is what? Where is Sun Temple? Right? Konark. So these are the important things. How many clans are there in Rajputat? 36. Right? 36. Now, the four clans of Rajputa were born from fire altar. What were they known as? Agnikulas. Right? Where Paramar was originated in Malwa. Okay? So this type of question you should prepare and be ready. Who wrote the great epic poem Prithviraj Rasho? Very important and well-known question to you. Chand Vardai, right? For whom daughter Swayamvar was held, right? Jaichand. And what was the name of his daughter? Sanyukta, right? So this type of question can be. Suppose this is there. ये क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है आपको इमेज में. Name the image. What is reflected on your screen, or name the image. Recognize it. Name the important historical site. Nalanda University, right? This also. Name the temples shown in your slide. Lingaraj temple, right? It is in Bhubaneswar. Sun temple, where is? Konark. So this type of question can be raised. So be very alert in this regard. This type of, for here also, who built the famous Khajuraho temple complex? Here also, they were Chandilas. Is it clear? आपको मैंने बताया था पहले ही, अप्रैल मई में ही, कि all the keywords must be learned by you. For example, you see, if question comes, the study of nature, right, cause or principles of reality is known as philosophy. The practice of having more than one wife is known as polygamy. Is it clear? Miniature painting, mural paintings, anything can be asked. Tell the name of a system that is that was the socio-political setup of medieval Europe based on land holdings. Based on land holdings. What you will write? Feudal system. So don't be bothered. Don't be don't come in tension. Question will be very simple. Is it clear? Suppose this question, where is Kandariya Mahadev temple? Khajuraho. Where is Khajuraho? Maharashtra. Ajanta Ellora caves, Maharashtra, in Aurangabad district. So this type of question can be asked. Now this type of question have already been done and you learn it well also, right? After that you will know, okay. Next, these are the questions that you have to learn, true, false. Okay, so let me to, uh, some students are trying to come in this uh, class. Let me to admit they are very late, right? Now next is, let me to see what you have written in chat. Yes, you have given the answer. Okay, who was the founder, right? Who was the founder of Pratihara dynasty? Just now I have described now. It means you are not listening. Pratihara, who was Nagabhatta one, right? Nagabhatta one. Is it clear? Okay. Now let me to, uh, now one thing, we have uh, 4 5 minutes. So let me to explain, uh, to say something to you. First of all, you see the value-based question given in your book. Open the page number 81. Now, you see there is a chart, comparative table, right? Prepare a comparative table as per the following format about the Rashtrakutas, the Palas and the Pratiharas. This is activities to all of you, right? You will frame, you will make this table in a A4 chart paper or pen paper, make this diagram table, and appropriate facts should be filled in colorful way and you have to show. Okay, now I am going to give you the link of your test.